Okay, I'm just going to take a few minutes here to show you how to, kind of just the basics on how to use Eclipse for what we're doing. To download it, I put the link in the Google Docs. It is this link right here. Just click on it and it will start downloading, whether, depending on what browser you're using. It'll just pull up a little thing down here in the corner if you're using Chrome, or bring up a separate window for Firefox. I wouldn't imagine any of you are using Internet Explorer. Um, Once you download it, you can just you'll extract it because it'll be in a zip file. I have it both on my flash drive and on my computer, but our project is on my flash drive, so I'm gonna open it from there. All right, so it's opening Eclipse. Now, when you open Eclipse, if you're gonna get this box, and this is basically asking where you want to save the projects you work on. I just set it to be in my flash drive in the Eclipse folder, and you have to change what drives it's in depending on where you plug in your flash drive, either the F drive or the I drive, I believe is what the other one is. Do not check use this as default because, like I said, if it's in your flash drive, that drive will change letters. So just be aware of that. Hit OK. It'll take a few seconds. Okay. I've already kind of started messing around with code and stuff. I'm just kind of making a framework, which I'll talk to you guys about later once I finish. The window builder is very similar to what was used for the interface builder in what's it called? Visual Basic. Basically, what I had to do that was I just went, I believe it was new Java project. Let me check the Google Doc. Did I put up a link for that? I did not. I believe it's new Java project, and then within there, when you start your first initial .java document, you can go design. This is basically the design for the Oh, no, I remember now. Sorry, okay. Just ignore what I've been saying for the past, like, 40 seconds, because I just remembered how to do this. It's, not respond. Okay, so it finally started responding again. Like I said, ignore what I've been saying for, like, the past 45 seconds. You're going to create a new Java project. You'll give it a name and everything. I'm not going to actually go through an example here because I have this saved weird. I've got to put it in a folder before I go saving other things. But essentially, once you do that, you'll create a project. Then you'll come down here to Other. In the Window Builder folder. I got to show you how to install Window Builder first. Alright, I'm not very good at giving instructions here. I'm sorry. Okay. What you're going to do, you're going to go help, sorry. Install new software. And where this text box right here where it says work with, you're going to go ahead and put this link in it. This dl.google.com. Once you do that, well, let's go ahead and throw it in there. You'll get these checkboxes. Do select all, it'll check everything. Do next. When you hit next, it'll install everything. You'll have to restart Eclipse for it to complete installing. Once you do, you'll be able to use this. And to get the design tab down here, you go back, New, Other. There's going to be a folder. You'll be up here. You'll see Classes and Interfaces, Java Project. All the way towards the bottom, because it's in alphabetical order, you'll see a folder called Window Builder. Click on that. We're using Swing, so Swing Designer, and then JFrame is what it's called. Not application window. That's what I thought it was at first, and that is something completely different. You're going to want to do JFrame. And then that will give you this. And then from there you can just put a whole bunch of different things into it. Like if I go ahead and preview this, this is so far what the interface is generally going to look like. This is where the map will be, the towers, wave number, defeated enemies, monies, and then a button to send waves. Okay. getting into the code aspect for it, I haven't started coding any of the GUI yet. I just kind of have this big chunk of code from what I've put in there through the WYSIWYG. And I started putting in the framework for classes. To create a new class, you're going to go New, and then Class. And this is the folder it saves it into. On mine was just test because I originally just made this program for a test program. You'll give it a name, and then you can the public class, or you can set it to be an abstract class, or have final method, or it can be both final and abstract, or a final class. You can also get it to inherit from a superclass, which you can set Java lang object is the basic just class. Or since we're going to be using inheritance for the structure and enemy classes and probably the projectiles as well, I can type in enemy, and there is the enemy class, and it can inherit from the enemy class. And then you can use that to just manually create a constructor. So, like for example, here's the enemy class, just the basic framework for it. And then if we go over here to Knight, what I did is I checked, or I created the superclass to be the enemy class, so it automatically put in public class Knight extends enemy, and the open and closing brackets for the class, and then everything else everything in the middle I put in there. One thing that's a little tricky with this program that I have still having a hard time getting used to is it automatically puts in the curly brackets. So if I make a method, public void method, I go down, I press enter, hit a curly bracket, hit enter, and it automatically puts in that second curly bracket. That's just my own personal problem that I'm having issues getting over. I don't know if it'll be a problem for any of you guys. It might be, it might not be. But right now, that is essentially how to use and code in Eclipse and download and use the window builder.